So the first chart we're going to do is the Pareto chart. These are the data sets that I have made, which is the defect type for shirt. And as for the total defects, you see that is the main data. You have to make sure that it starts from the highest to the lowest, and then you take the whole set of the data set, including the total percentage and the cumulative percentage, and you turn it into a chart like this one that I have made. And then you press on the chart title and you remove the total percentage because we don't really need it. After that, we press on the chart again, and then you press on the cumulative percentage sets on the chart it's small for me, so this will take a bit of time. Okay, and then you make it into the secondary axis just like this. After that, still on the cumulative percentage data on the chart, we are trying to make it into a line. We press the series chart type and you turn it into clustered column line, and you press on the secondary axis, check the part, press OK, and then it turns into this type of chart where the total defects is in graph and the cumulative percentage is in the line. So now we can put the titles for the axis. So for that part, we go to the chart elements and find the axis title, and we put on the titles for each axis, and it will include our chart title too. We put the title, which is the Pareto chart, and for my data set it will be a shirt defect. And that is how we make Pareto chart. Thank you. So the first chart we're going to do is the Pareto chart. These are the data set. So now for the Gantt chart. Gantt chart is usually used for task management. So this is the list of the tasks. We have the start date, the end date, and the duration. Duration, which is the difference between the start date and the end date. So to make the chart, we take our start date, we go to charts, and we pick bar and stack bar. So this would be the initial draft. And now we want to include the duration. So we right click on the blue part, we select data, and we add for the series name would be the duration, and for the series values it would be the value underneath. And also in the meantime we will add the names of each task. We just add the access label, and now we take the blue part, which is the start date, and we go to format data series, go to fill and make sure that it has no fill. So it will look like this. And now we want to reverse this access label because it should start with project kickoff, like this data. So we press on the chart, go to format axis, so we scroll down, we press on the categories in reverse order, and there we go, it has been reversed. Now we want to tidy up the dates. So in order to do this, we take the earliest date and the last date of the project, and we'll format both of them into general. So now we got these numbers. Go to the chart, press on the dates, go to the format axis, and we put the minimum value, what is 42736, and the maximum value is 42819. And there we have it. We just make it a bit longer, and there we got our Gantt chart. So now for this is for the control chart. We need to use, but I am using this dataset of the whole month of February in 2014. First we need to get the mean, and we use the formula that is already exists in the Excel, which is the average, and we just take the whole dataset, and then we press enter the whole measurements, and then we get our mean. And then for the standard deviation we will use the formula STDS, standard deviation S, and we take the whole measurements, press enter, and then we got our standard deviation and the mean. Now we need to fill in the rest of the data alongside the measurements and that. And for the mean, we just put back our mean into the existing forms, existing labels, and as we can see it's not fixed, so we have to make it fixed. We have to make it the same. We need to lock the information. So in order to do that, we need to use Control 4 in our formula, and then when we copy paste it to the entire form, it will look just the same. And then for the upper limit, upper control limit, we are using this formula, which is the C6 plus 3 times the standard deviation, and we have to use Control 4 to lock the number 2. And just fill in the blanks. And for the lower control limit, it's the same just like upper control limit, but instead of plus sign we use the minus sign. Three times standard deviation and we lock it. And here we have the whole dataset that we need for the control chart. So to make the control chart, we'll take the measurements mean UCL and LCL, the entire sets of it. We insert chart and we will use the 2D line. So here is the graph of our control chart. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and we can delete the chart title. We can also delete the legend because we already know most of the stuff. And now we're going to label each of these lines. Now you have to take the last data label and you add the label for it, the last data, and you just press on it. Just keep on right clicking on it until it turns gray and it shows this option. Pick the series, and here it says the upper control limit, and here we have labeled the data for it, and we are going to do the same for the lower control limit and for the mean. Mean. And here we have our full control chart. And just to show that it works, that this chart works, I'm going to tweak a bit of the info, and here we see it works. Okay, so this is for the control